Alright you guys, as you can see, I got this email right here. It says that my Everly test results are ready. Alright, so there we've got my testosterone test. Alright you guys, so this says, "Hi Brandon, my test results were normal. If you're having symptoms, be sure to talk to your healthcare provider." And look at that. That is my testosterone. This is free testosterone, by the way. That 51.8. Holy smokes. And the normal range is 49 to 185. And we just barely made it into the normal range. Alright you guys, so I wanted to make this video to talk about something that I feel doesn't quite get enough attention when it comes to bodybuilding and the fitness industry and all that type of stuff. And that is the health aspect of natural bodybuilding. Now, if you guys have been following me, you'll know that I just competed in my first bodybuilding show in the MPC, and I did do it as a natural. 20 years old, I've never used any PEDs. And the show that I was competing in was not tested. But one of the things that I really wanted to know after my competition was what my testosterone levels had dipped to. Now, I had heard in the past that when natural lifters cut for bodybuilding competitions, it usually takes an unhealthy amount of restriction of calories in order to get there, in order to step on stage and look the way that you need to look. So along with this large calorie deficit can also sometimes come cascading hormonal effects. And so one thing that I did right before my competition, so this was 2 days before, I hadn't started my carb up yet. I was at my most depleted state ever. I ended up ordering just a simple Everlywell testosterone test kit. Now it was saliva, so I had to like spit in this little tube, and then I had to put it into a box, and I had to ship it off to the lab. So keep in mind that this was right after losing 3 pounds in 1 week. I never recommend losing 3 pounds a week. It's something that I kind of had to do in order to get in shape for being on stage. And let me tell you something, it was absolutely terrible. I would go to work every single day and feel nauseous. I'd be working at my day job, and I'd go to turn my head and the room would just kind of keep spinning. I felt extremely lightheaded whenever I would stand up, and I was a lot of the time in danger of passing out during my workouts or just going about daily life. I calculated my calories, and I was in about a 1,500 calorie deficit, which means that's 3 times more than I recommend for anybody to ever be in. My normal caloric maintenance is somewhere around 4,000 calories, and I was eating about 2,500 calories a day. So after my competition, I ended up taking a large diet break just to sort of let my body recover from that severe deficit. And now, since I'm still trying to get even leaner for the rest of the summer, I'm in a much smaller calorie deficit, losing about 1 pound a week and in about a 500 calorie deficit every single day. But I just recently got my testosterone test results back. Looking at my levels, I'm legitimately like 2 points above low, or what is considered clinically low. What that basically means is that if I were to drop even just a little bit more in terms of my testosterone production, I would need to go to a doctor or seek a specialist to help me deal with my low hormone levels, which is actually a very scary thing. During my peak week, I did have quite a few symptoms of low testosterone. It was very hard for me to pretty much do anything throughout the day. I didn't have any energy at all. My sex drive wasn't non-existent, but it was a whole lot lower than it usually is. Bodybuilding isn't something that's healthy for your body. Even though I try to promote living a very healthy lifestyle and making the best choices that are going to aid in the longevity of your life, bodybuilding is a sport just like any other sport. And I plan on doing a lot more competitions like this in the future. Whenever I talk to people, they're always telling me about how they want to lose 30 pounds in 2 months. Guys, I lost 8 pounds in 1 month. And this is the effect that it had on my testosterone. And so after seeing my testosterone being that low, I actually called my doctor. I'd assume that my testosterone levels have gone back up since the competition, since I am eating a lot more now. But still, guys, it's a scary thing. And I feel like it's something that should be talked about more often, especially when it comes to natural bodybuilding. When you guys are cutting and you're natural, it's more important than ever to take your time and work as slowly as possible. Maintain healthy hormone levels, but also you're going to be able to maintain your final physique a lot longer than you would have if you crash dieted like I did. What is going on, guys? We made it back to the Rise House in Dallas, Texas. I flew in yesterday, and pretty much what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be down here for the next 2 weeks. Because Floris and Jay are both competing in the Dallas Europa. And so I wanted to be down here for their full peak week, get some training in with them, make some videos and all that type of stuff. But I do need to finish out this video just talking about my hormones after my competition, and I do have the rest of my results here. So I got my blood tested about 3 days ago, but the thing is, I didn't order like my own full blood panel. Pretty much what I did is I went to my doctor and told him the things that I thought that I needed tested. So he tested my total testosterone. So that one test that you saw at the beginning of the video, that was my free testosterone. So he tested my total testosterone, and this was after like a full week of reverse dieting, you know, after things had somewhat returned to normal after my competition. So I think that the results are going to be a little bit better. But one thing that he also tested for my TSH levels, and my free T4 and my free T3. And so I'm gonna go over these results with you guys just a little bit before I end the video. All right, so as you can see right here, this is my testosterone from June 8th. Okay, and it's right there, 448 nanograms per deciliter. And the standard range they have marked is 303 to 852 nanograms per deciliter. And so I'm definitely not in the high range, but I'm not in the low range either. So it seems like my test has gone up significantly since my competition, just comparing like where this is, my value is relation to the standard range compared to what my free testosterone test was. So I am in the clear on testosterone, but one thing that I am not in the clear on is my TSH levels. And that has to do with my thyroid. So I got 13.49, and the standard range is 0.34 to 4.82. So I'm very, very high in my TSH levels. So it looks like my free T4 and my free T3 were normal. Yeah, so I had 1 nanogram per deciliter T4, and let's see here, my T3 was 2.1, and that is in the standard range. So both those things are good. And this is, once again, this is what the doctor wanted to get tested. So this is not just like, I don't have the ability to just say like, hey, I want to get all these specific things tested. But because my TSH is very high, they've actually diagnosed me with hypothyroidism, so an underactive thyroid, and they want to put me on medication for that. Honestly, I'm very, very inexperienced when it comes to a lot of this stuff in terms of hormones. So I'm not exactly sure what this whole thing is going to look like, and I'm not sure if my hypothyroidism could have had or can have an effect on like my muscle building or my bodybuilding or anything like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. I could talk about it more, but honestly, I just don't really know what I'm talking about all that much. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it, and I'll maybe give you guys an update like in a later video or something like that. But our testosterone seems to be doing a lot better since the competition. It's still not very high, or I don't know. I wish I had higher testosterone, but that's okay. That's fine. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like and a comment down below. I'll try to update you guys on this, on how things go down with this in the future, or if I figure anything out about it. But be sure to stay tuned for the next couple YouTube videos, because I will be down here in Dallas for quite a while. So you'll be seeing some workout videos with Jay and Flores, and seeing them get ready for their competition. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.